and probably gonna get wet. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm trying to clean up a mess. So the other day I went out and fixed that spot where the lease farm pivot was getting stuck. Well, trying to get out of there, I got the backhoe stuck, and then I was digging myself out, and I ended up hitting the main line. Not the pressurized pipe that goes to the pivot, but the pipe that goes underground from the canal out to the pump station. And so, yeah, hopefully it's dried out. It's been 2.5, 3 days, but it's been raining. We got some rain this week finally, and which is great, which is wonderful, but I really need to get this pipe fixed and keep this water going so that when we shut water off at the end of next week, that the soil profile is full and we just make sure our corn finishes out. Also, the backhoe's almost out of fuel. So I've got 5 gallons of red fuel in the back of the pickup. I'm gonna drive up here to the canal or to the road and see if I can get out there, or if I'm gonna have to pack in this fuel. Then we're gonna get the backhoe started and we're gonna dig out this pipe and see what we need to fix it. I have an idea of how to fix it because it is a low pressure or gravity pipe. It's not pressurized by a pump or anything. I have an idea of a way to fix it because of the way that it is, to make it through the next weeks until we're done with water. And it actually will probably work for a while. So let's get up here to the road. I'm sure you guys can see how muddy and stuff the road is, but I'm gonna stay over here and try to stay off of it. And hopefully we can get out here to the backhoe, because we're almost there, but we'll see. Really nasty, muddy stuff we've been fighting. Well, we made it till right there, so we'll see if we can get out of the pivot track. But we made it. We made it. We just may be stuck again. So it looks like we hit one of the old pivot tracks, because obviously there was a pivot here. And it looks like we hit one of the old pivot tracks, and we didn't work this ground through here because of the water pipe, and we didn't know exactly where it was. And I was driving, obviously, where I thought it wasn't, but apparently I've been driving over the top of the pipe. So hopefully for next year, we have a 4-wheeler, so I don't have to drive the pickup in here when I need to get in here. But as you guys can see, we found the pipe down in that hole, and I'm gonna reach my hand down in here. Okay, yep, definitely pipe. We broke right through the top of it. So what I'll end up doing is I'll end up digging this out right here quite a bit, because I can get on the top of this and work. I'll clean this out so all the water and everything goes over here, and then we'll have an area to work. Once I get that dug out to the side there, hopefully hopefully the pipe is not full of water, and whatever water ends up in the bottom of a hole over here, and then we can figure out what size that pipe is. Once I know what size that pipe is, I know what pipe I need to get to fix it. So that's kind of what we got to do. We got to dig in there and figure out. First things first, put Diesel in the backhoe real quick, get her started, because she has been grumpy on starting lately, which is not fun either. But yeah, if it ain't one thing, it's another. So apparently there was a lot more water in there than I was hoping. I'm gonna jump down and take a look, but I think it's gonna be a little while before I can get this fixed. You see, it's just running out of that pipe. This hole's gonna be filled. Ah! I don't know what to do. I'm gonna have to think about this for a minute. Okay, so I am going to dig this out some more and give myself some more room to work. It is a 10-inch pipe, and one of the local irrigation stores has a few options to fix it. I'm gonna go in there and look and see at the options and figure out which one I want to use, because I've repaired mainline before, and we don't want to spend a whole lot of money on this because we don't plan on using this pipe forever here anyway. So it's like, we need it to work for the last week, but we don't want to spend too much. So I'm gonna clean this up, dig it out, and then we're gonna get out of here and go check out some repair couplings. Okay, so a few hours later here, and we got the pipe more exposed. You can see the water levels dropped. What we have to do now is, you can see this is actually where two pipes join together. And so what we're going to do is we're going to clean out all this dirt and mud around the pipe in this area. That way that we can get in there and get it fixed. I did find a fix for just over $100, which is way better than I thought it was going to be. So basically what I'm going to do now is jump in here with a shovel, clean all this around all the way around the pipe, so I can take my Sawzall and cut off the bad piece, and then I'll figure out how much of a chunk I need. I'll cut a new chunk of pipe, and then we'll put it in there with the new mounting hardware. Probably going to get wet. So like literally as soon as I said that, I went to go set the camera up over here for you guys to watch, and I fell in the water. So now that's over, I can work and not worry about it anymore. Okay, so here's our fix. It's literally just a chunk of the pipe the same size as this stuff, and a couple of rubber boots that'll slide one side or the other. I mean, it really is that simple. Without too much trouble, because the reason this will work is because this is a gravity pipe and not a pressurized pipe. So there's no pressure in this system other than just the water, the flow of water. So we don't have too much extra stress. If there was pressure in here, we'd have to use a different kind of coupler. And just like that, we got ourselves a pipe fixed. All right, I'm going to crawl out of here, and I'm going to go turn the water on. And once I have the water turned on, I will be able to walk back in here and start the pivot, which is right down here. Well, the pivot should already be started. I just got to start the pumps. And it'll let me look and make sure that this is not leaking or leaking too much. If it is leaking, I can give it a little extra and make sure it's fine. But we should be good, and then I will cover it back up with dirt, and I will hopefully call it a day. Well, after way too much time, the leak is not leaking, and we're good to go. So I am going to call it quits for the day. God bless. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time on American Beef Ranch.